Oh, you know how it is. People all over the place, music all over the place, all kinds of just networking and parties and just all that getting done. So it's
everything but
cool
sleep.
Vibe. Yeah, everything but sleep.
I know that feeling.
I've always heard the saying, "I'll sleep when I'm dead." So.
Yeah, exactly. You get plenty of sleep after your time comes. Now, you've had a really busy week there, and as you were just indicating, you get parties, you got showcases. You just came from a showcase, and as we talk, let's see, this is St. Patrick's Day, so your next gig, let's see if I've got your schedule right, you're going to be back in Corpus Christi at a Loft on the 19th, which is Tuesday. Then you go to Mesquite Street Pizza, and then on the 30th, you're going to be at the Port Royal Ocean Resort and Conference Center. Is that about right?
Yes. Yeah, and I added the 29th. I'd be doing Schlitterbahn at Friday. I'd be doing Schlitterbahn in Corpus Christi from 6 to 9. So, yeah, I keep myself pretty busy.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're taking a lot of time off to relax and recover. Let's see, you're going to have the 18th, and then you get some time after the 20th. You get a day or two off. You get 9 days off before you get back. I don't know if I
told you. I recently got engaged to my fiance. So I told her after South by Southwest we would spend some time together. So I took a weekend off. So.
Well, mazel tov.
That sounds fair, and I'm glad you mentioned that. I was going to bring it up if you didn't, but yes, on behalf of myself and John Bon Jovial and all of us here at the David Bowers Awards, congratulations to the both of you. What's the lucky lady's name?
Her name is Shawn Bounds.
Shawn.
She was born. It's Shawn. You spell it SHAWN. It's her father was in the military. He was at Shaw Air Force Base back in the 70s, so they named her after the Air Force Base. But just added an N.
Cute, clever. I like it.
It's creative.
Well, congratulations again. That's and I'm glad you're going to get to spend some time with her. Did she go to Southwest with you?
No. She has to work. You just mentioned the Aloft Hotel. That's the company she works for. She's a sales rep, the director of sales out there. So she's busy doing things like that. She's a total event planner and all that.
So if we get time off and come down to come down to Corpus Christi, she'll be able to get us a good deal on a hotel room.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. All right, now, since this is the end of South by Southwest as we speak, tell us a little bit, and now we know that the parties, the showcases, the networking and everything, tell us a little bit about the goings-on behind the scenes there, what you and the other artists do when you're not doing the obvious partying or playing showcases.
Yeah. Well, what I did, I did a show for the Cosmic Clash on Wednesday, and basically I ran around, after I was done, I hung out with my friends and, and we caught up and things like that. But I did go, I'm sponsored by Texas Select, so I did have some free swag that I went and gave to other people. And I want to just check that out. I networked with a lot of other musicians out there. So, that's basically what I spend my time doing, and just trying to make those connections, especially with people in radio and print and all that, because that's the important part right there.
Sure, especially the radio. You get the radio plays. That's one more big step into expanding your territory. I know that. Now you're a voting member of NARAS, the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences, which most everybody else knows simply as Grammys. And you had a Grammy event on Thursday. What goes on at the Grammy event at South by Southwest?
Well, it's held at the Four Seasons, and basically this is my second year attending. I'm a full-fledged member now, so one of the things that they do, they have food catered. They have they have all kinds. They have a lot of artists performing. There's actually some major artists who hang out as well. I mean, I see Hanson. I've seen Hanson there every year so far. So it's like, and there's just a lot of people who are in the industry who have recording studios and things like that. It's a place to mingle and listen to some great music.
Awesome. And I know from past years that there is one heck of a lot of great music at South by Southwest. And since music is what we're all about, we're going to take a break here right now, let you catch your breath just a little bit more after you tell us a little about this next song we're going to play called Rise.
That was a song that one of my best friends, she went through a bad breakup with her ex, you know, and there was nothing I can do. She was so sad, and I just wrote her song, and that's what came out of it. And it's like, you'll come. But, you know, some people have told me they thought it was like a Christian song, but it can be interpreted that way too. I mean, it's up to your interpretation how you want to do it. But that was my inspiration for writing it.
And let's give it a listen right now, ladies and gentlemen. David Martinez and Rise.
Left your heart crushed on the floor. You took a chance, you gave it all that you had. Even though it makes you feel like there's nothing left, you will rise. You will rise. You will rise. You will rise. You will rise.
David Martinez, it's called Rise, and we're speaking with Mr. Martinez right now, and we're talking about South by Southwest and all the excitement and things that are going on down there in Austin, Texas. David, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Very good. I wanted to touch on a couple other subjects. You already brought up one that we were going to talk about, and that is the fact that you got yourself engaged. Now, that was just part of what's been a rather eventful year for you. I know you've got a couple other things that we'll touch on in just a moment, but John Bon Jovial wants to toss in something here, so go for it, John.
Well, sure. David, on this song that we just listened to, Rise, I mean, first of all, it's beautifully written. You know, you put a lot of thought into the words, and I got to congratulate you on that. But what I'm more interested in is the guitar work. Is that you?
The rhythm guitar. Now the solo was played by another artist, but on a little little nylon string. But I did the main guitar work, like the main rhythms.
Well, it's beautifully done, and the solo work too by your buddy that helped you out there. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. And I am curious. I'm listening to the tonality of the guitar, and as David will tell you, I handle more of the technical issues on this end, and besides my witty repartee. But is that a Fender Telecaster that he's playing?
No, are you talking about the solo?
Yeah.
It's just a little old Mexican guitar that I gave him.
Really?
I had it, and this band director I knew gave it to me, and it's a no-name brand. It was just we used it a lot on that last record.
Wow, that really fooled me.
It was it was just a straight up. I mean, I did on the rhythms. I did use my Taylor guitar, which I recorded all my records with. But that one was, it's insane. It's insane how something, because you can't get those sounds out of great guitar. I mean, sometimes I have an old beat up guitar at the house that I used to record my demos with, and I eventually want to do something with it, like in the studio setting, because I've written a lot of new songs. So I'm working on that as we speak.
Well, I was going to say something about the rhythm guitar work. It's very nice, very smooth. And I try to listen. It doesn't really matter who the artist is. I always try to listen and concentrate on and try to guess what kind of a guitar they're using. I have a couple of my own. I've got an old Hagstrom guitar that I bought when I was a kid in 1965. And I've also got my father's old Goya gut-string classical guitar, and that thing's probably 80 years old. And it is just an absolutely gorgeous instrument.
Well, David, while we have this opportunity to sit and chat about what's going on and everything, tell us a little bit about the Artist of the Year award that you got.
The Artist of the Year for Pure M. That was Cindy had nominated some people on her roster, people she works with, and we submitted. I think she submitted one of my songs, and I ended up winning. So I was very honored. Pure M is big in Europe, and they did the United. Now they're going to the United States territory. So I'm very honored to have received that Artist of the Year. I like to thank Pure M for that.
Any chance you're going to be doing a Euro tour?
I don't know yet. I mean, I won't rule anything out, but we've been talking about going to London. So
that would be a step in that direction. Back home here, you said you've been working on a lot of new music, so I would guess from that you may have a new album coming up here pretty soon.
I'm looking to have something come up in the new year. I've been working, talking to a couple of producers about some ideas. So there's a tremendous studio down here in Corpus Christi called Sound Machine, and it's run by this guy named Mason Shirley, who is just really, really made a name for himself. And he's I am considering working with him. So we're talking, we're talking about, doing some stuff together.
I hope you'll keep us in mind when you do get your new music and come back.